Welcome. I'm Dr. Stacey Shillington, naturopathic doctor. I've been treating acne for 18 years and I am here to help you clear your skin. That's it, plain and simple. Acne is a sign that there's something going on in your body. There's an imbalance. We need to balance your body. That is what I am going to teach you how to do. So if you've been suffering with chronic acne, you are in the right place. This is my mission to help you get clear skin for good. And the other thing that I really want to help you with is cultivating self-love, because many times my patients come to me after years of suffering with acne and they don't feel great about themselves at all. In fact, they feel ugly, they feel unworthy, they feel unlovable, and this is not the truth. And this is one of the things that we are going to shift on your clear skin journey so that you fall in love with yourself no matter what your skin looks like. And that is freeing, that is liberating. So let's do it. So in this episode, which is episode number 4, we are going to continue with our Clear Skin Challenge. If you've not watched the previous 3 episodes, you want to go back and watch them so you can catch up. This challenge has been designed very specifically, so I want you to do the first 3 weeks before you start this week. But if you've already done that, then let's get going. I don't want to waste any more time because today I'm teaching you about drainage. And acne patients are notoriously poor drainers and detoxifiers, and this has to be addressed in order to clear the skin. It also has to be addressed before we do any deeper work. So I'm excited to get you started on this. Let's get going. First of all, I want to know how the challenge is going for you so far. So are you keeping dairy out of your diet? If you are probably feeling relief, because dairy is congesting. Dairy is definitely a trigger for acne. We've seen some massive studies in episode 1 proving that. And if you're not feeling as much relief as you were hoping after eliminating dairy, don't panic. That can be a sign that there's deeper work to do. It's very common, but also experiencing some relief from getting rid of dairy is also a really, really common thing. So I hope you're feeling that. And I'm also hoping that you found a clear skin breakfast that you love and that actually makes you want to get up in the morning and make your breakfast. I love my breakfast. It energizes me. It makes me feel wonderful. It keeps my skin clear and glowing. And I want you to have the same experience with your breakfast. So after episode 2, after looking through the recipe guide, I hope that you have found your breakfast. And number 3, after last week's episode, I hope that you are doing some breathing. And by doing this breathing, I hope you're able to shift your nervous system. You're feeling more relaxed. You're feeling more grounded and centered, and that you are excited to continue on with this Clear Skin Challenge because we are shifting things. We are healing your body. We are healing your skin. And there is definitely a method behind this challenge. And what we are doing is we are reducing inflammation in your body. That's always phase 1 of clearing the skin. We need to set the stage for deeper healing, which is phase 2. That's where we do a deep dive. We address any overgrowth. We address hormonal imbalances. We take a look at any detoxification pathways that aren't working efficiently, and we support the deeper levels of your body. But we can't do that until we reduce inflammation in the body, increase drainage, and reduce stress. And that's what we are doing in this challenge. And some people are going to clear their skin completely simply by doing this challenge. Other people may not get their skin to the place they want. And if that's the case, after going through this challenge, you know that you need to do deeper work. You likely need to do some testing. You likely need to work with an acne professional who knows how to read the tests, who has a lot of experience putting together protocols that can deeply heal. So by the end of this challenge, you know what you need to do regardless of the results. And I think that's really exciting. So obviously, we know we want to reduce inflammation in the body, and chronic acne sufferers are notoriously poor drainers and detoxifiers. And when that's the case, we are going to have an elevated burden of toxins in the body. That is going to cause inflammation. That is going to prevent the body from working optimally. And think about this, the skin is the largest organ of detoxification. So when the primary organs of detoxification are not functioning optimally, the burden of detoxification falls onto the skin. The skin starts eliminating toxins, and that's when a bunch of different skin issues can develop. And acne, of course, is one of those conditions. So just a reminder of how we're doing this challenge. Every week, we're going to take one foundational step to help you clear your skin. I'm going to explain why you're doing this step. I'm going to share research with you, tell you exactly what you need to do. You're going to spend a week putting that step into action and getting ready for the next week. And as I said, if you're still breaking out at the end of the challenge, don't panic. Just know that you need to do a little bit of deeper work, and I'm always here to help you. Okay, so let's get ready to support drainage in your body. And when we drain the body properly, it means that we're eliminating toxins efficiently. It means that the lymphatic system is working optimally. And one thing I really want to emphasize, drainage is not detoxification. I'm going to talk about detoxification in a later episode. Drainage is what happens when we move toxins from the cells to the outside of the body. We are getting toxins out of the body. Naturopathic medicine is fantastic at draining the body, and it simply removes congestion and toxin. What happens is, as we live in our modern world, and more so in the last 100 years, where our environment has just changed so rapidly and we are surrounded by toxins, our body's genetics is not necessarily caught up to be able to efficiently remove all the toxins that we are exposed to. And this means that these toxins build up in our body. Eventually it crosses a threshold. When these toxins cross this health threshold, that's when we start to experience symptoms of toxicity. And the more toxins that we have, the more symptoms of toxicity we tend to experience. If the main organs of elimination are not working properly, and this is the liver, lymph, kidneys, and bowels, toxins are going to be unable to leave the body through normal channels. Our bodies are going to become congested, and the body's going to attempt to eliminate these toxins through the skin. So acne is often considered the result of inefficient drainage. This usually happens in the lymphatic system. This is where this congestion happens. And the reason it happens in the lymphatic system is because this is where so many lymph nodes reside. And the lymph nodes are kind of like intersections in the lymphatic system. And if these intersections are congested, the lymph fluid cannot flow freely through the body. And when we don't have the lymph fluid flowing freely through the body, try and say that 10 times really fast, congestion occurs. And because so much congestion occurs in the head and neck area, this is where stagnation happens, and this is where acne happens. We don't have immune cells flowing to this area to heal blemishes. We don't have toxins draining from the area. So it's just congested. And that's what happens when acne sticks around, when it's the same place and it doesn't heal. So why does this congestion happen? Why is the lymphatic system not flowing freely? So these are some of the reasons I normally see. Number one, a history of strep infections. So when there's been multiple strep infections, such as strep throat, the lymph nodes have obviously been inflamed, and the strep bacteria never fully leaves the lymph nodes. Often it does stick around whenever the immune system is a little bit low. These bacteria tend to accumulate and proliferate, and there's just congestion. These strep bacteria kind of get in the way. Also dehydration. When there's not enough fluid going through the lymphatic system, congestion can definitely happen very easily. Lack of movement. So the lymphatic circulatory system is not like the blood circulatory system in that it does not have a pump. It does not have a heart that moves the fluid through the system automatically. Instead, the lymphatic system is dependent on our bodies moving, on having enough hydration to work properly. So this is why we cannot be sedentary, we cannot be dehydrated and have proper drainage. And I see a lot of blood work, from a lot of acne patients, and I will say a lot of acne patients are dehydrated. And we'll talk about that more in another episode, but it's a really big deal. So also removal of lymphatic tissues. I know often people get their adenoids and their tonsils removed when they're children. I know I had my adenoids removed when I was a child, and that prevents my lymphatic system from working optimally. And so I have to work a little bit harder. I have to pay a little bit more attention to my lymphatic system to ensure that I'm getting this drainage from my head and neck area, not only to detoxify, but also to get proper immune cells to the area to deal with any blemishes and infections that may come up. Consumption of cow dairy. You know, we've talked about it already, but cow dairy is very congesting. It can prevent the lymphatic system from moving optimally. And we see this a lot in sinus congestion. So a lot of times you have sinus congestion, you remove dairy, you can all of a sudden breathe free. And toxic exposure, including medications, we've talked about this already. The more toxins that we have, the more toxic load builds up in our body. So how do you drain the body? How do you remove congestion and ultimately heal your acne? The very first thing that you have to do is remove and reduce environmental toxins. So almost every time we turn around, we are confronted with toxins, whether it's the food we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink, the products we put on our body, the products we clean our homes with. If we're not careful and if we're not mindful, we are going to continually add to our toxic load until we just get so sick there's no turning back. By being mindful of what we're exposing our bodies to, we can really reduce our toxic load and make our clear skin journey that much easier. But today I'm going to give you 2 really simple strategies that you can start to implement to really start to move the lymph. Now, of course, the most important one is hydration. And I look at a lot of blood work for a lot of acne patients, and I see dehydration all the time. So this is my number 1 strategy for getting the lymphatic system to move easier, because if we're dehydrated, our lymph fluid is going to be more viscous. It's not going to move through the lymphatic vessels quite as easy. We're going to talk about how to hydrate your body optimally. And then the second thing is castor oil pack. So castor oil is a very special medicine. I have my castor oil right here. Now, when you actually experience the feeling of castor oil, you may be surprised because it is very thick and it is very sticky. But the amazing thing about castor oil is that it has a very low molecular weight despite this thickness, which means it's able to penetrate into the body very easily. And castor oil has an affinity for the lymphatic system. So it penetrates into the dermal layer of the skin, it enters into the lymphatic vessels, and it starts to remove congestion. And this is why castor oil packs are such an amazing therapy for people that tend to experience a lot of lymphatic congestion. And as acne patients, we do have a lot of congestion. So I love using castor oil packs on the liver. It's a really great strategy. I'm going to show you my castor oil pack 1 second. So this is my castor oil pack. This is my castor oil, and I'm going to show you how to put it together. So the first thing that I always love to do to avoid mess and to make, whoops, sorry for that noise, make the cleanup that much easier is having a piece of flannel like this that's not actually part of the castor oil pack, because I used to just put it directly on the castor oil pack and clean up. When it came to actually cleaning my castor oil pack, you know, often I just had to get rid of the castor oil pack because it was too saturated with castor oil. So you're going to have your castor oil, you're going to take about 2 tablespoons, put it on your flannel. Then you're going to take the flannel, put it on your castor oil pack. Mine's right here. I put the flannel on. And then you're going to attach it over your liver. So your liver is on the right-hand side of your body, just below your ribs. And you can just put the castor oil pack there. And then you just rest for 20 minutes. Or you can not rest and do the dishes. You can do whatever you want. But the thing is this castor oil pack is designed in such a way that it's going to cause some heat to build up. And heat is what we need to really help the castor oil penetrate into the dermal layer and do its work. Now, if you want to get extra bonus, extra bonus results, you can take a hot water bottle and you can place it over the castor oil pack just to enhance the penetration a little bit. So this is such a great therapy because we're putting it over the liver. It's going to work all throughout the body. It's really going to help with detoxification, and it's going to help with drainage. Now, you can also use castor oil on cystic blemishes. You can also put it on the lymph area. If you specifically want to reduce congestion in the lymph area, the way that I suggest you use it for blemishes is you put a dollop in your palm, take some colloidal silver, mix it in with that, and then you can put it on blemishes overnight, and the castor oil is going to draw the colloidal silver into the cystic blemish, and it's going to help resolve it. It's really magical. It's really amazing. You can also get castor oil packs for the thyroid, and you can put castor oil on the lymph glands, put the thyroid castor oil pack there, and just more directly affect the lymph nodes, because many acne patients, especially if you've had multiple strep infections, you want to target that area. All right, so how exactly are you going to do this for the next week? So when you wake up in the morning, you are going to make some warm water, sea salt, and lemon upon rising. So this is what I do. I take a mason jar and I fill it up with warm water, sea salt, and lemon, and I drink this before breakfast. As I'm doing my yoga, as I'm just running through the house, getting everybody up, getting everybody organized, I sip on this, and this is so good at hydrating. And the secret is adding the sea salt. Because many people, if you just drink plain water, it can just go right through your body and you're peeing it out and your cells are not absorbing it because you're deficient in minerals. By adding the sea salt, that's adding minerals to the water, and these minerals are going to help the water get absorbed into the cells of your body. That is true hydration. That is what needs to happen. If you don't put in that sea salt, if you're not enhancing absorption, you may be drinking all that water and not actually becoming hydrated at all. So for the castor oil packs, for the next few weeks, I want you to apply the packs 3 times per week for 20 minutes. So I don't want you to do more than this, because if you are too aggressive with your castor oil packs, you can have a detox reaction. I don't want you to have a detox reaction. This means that your acne is going to get worse, something we don't want. So we're going to take it very slowly for a couple weeks, only 3 times a week for 20 minutes. If you're doing really well with that cadence, then you can increase the timing a little bit. Eventually, you can do it for an hour, and then you can do them overnight. So you have to take it slowly. You have to see what works for you. If you find you're getting an increase in your acne, you need to slow down and back up on your drainage. You need to hydrate a little bit more. When your body starts to drain, you may experience a healing crisis. This can manifest as an acne flare-up, diarrhea, feeling nauseous, a sinus congestion, headaches, general malaise. Sometimes my patients actually think they have the flu. It can be really strong depending on your toxic load. It can last anywhere from 10 days to 3 weeks. I don't want you to have a massive healing crisis. So let's take things slowly. Let's drink a lot of water and stay hydrated. And if you have any questions at all, you can follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting stories and tips and tricks to help you really start your drainage journey without too much of a healing crisis. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel improvement in your health. But if you do have a healing crisis, don't panic. It's temporary. If it lasts for any longer than about 10 days, definitely contact your healthcare practitioner. But these protocols are very, very gentle. Okay, so I am so excited to hear from you and to hear how this challenge is working for you. So keep me updated on your progress via Instagram. I'll be posting stories daily to help you keep you motivated to explain these tasks and challenges in a little bit more detail. My handle is @naturopathic-beauty, and tag me. I want to hear from you and I want to answer your question. I really want you to feel supported and seen throughout this entire challenge. And I also want to see the results. All right. So stay tuned next week for week 5 of our Clear Skin Challenge. And if you want to know more about the 4 pillars of clear skin and how I treat acne, check out my free Clear Skin Masterclass. The link to join is in my show notes. And if you're ready to get started on your clear skin journey, book a call with my team. We'll tell you more about my acne program. We'll determine if you're the right fit for the program. If you're not, we'll help steer you in a direction where you are going to be successful on your clear skin journey. I really, truly want to help you out. I want to help you move past the trauma of acne because that is your journey. This is what you are meant to do. So thank you so much for being here, for allowing me to guide you on your clear skin journey. I am sending you so much joy, so much love, so much light, and so much healing, and I will see you in the next episode.